I saw my wife kissing her ex-boyfriend in our bedroom. But she didn't know I was already back from my trip. I walked into our penthouse quietly. The elevator door opened without a sound. I heard soft music and her laughter. I moved slowly to the bedroom door. It was open a little bit. Through the gap, I saw them. Her arms were around his neck. They were smiling at each other. My heart felt like a heavy stone. She thought I was still on a business trip. She thought I was just a simple worker. However, she was wrong. My name is not just Dmitry the worker. I am Dmitry Volkov, the owner of this building. She never knew the truth about my money. I took a deep breath and watched. What would I do now? My name is Dmitry Volkov. 5 years ago, I met a beautiful woman named Marina. She had bright green eyes and long dark hair. We fell in love very fast. But I wanted to test her love. I told her I was just a simple office worker. I showed her my small old car. I took her to cheap restaurants. She said she loved me for who I was. We got married in a small church. Her family was not happy. Her mother said, "Marina, why do you marry this poor man?" Her sister laughed at me. "He cannot even buy you a nice dress," she said. But Marina held my hand. "I love him," she told them. We moved into a beautiful penthouse. I told her it was a cheap rental from a friend. She believed me. The penthouse had a wonderful view of the city skyline. We could see the whole world from the balcony. At night, we sat on the terrace and talked about the future. I was happy. I thought she truly loved me. But 1 year ago, things changed. Marina started going out more. She said she was meeting friends. She came home late at night. She smelled like expensive perfume I never bought her. She started wearing new clothes. "Where do you get the money?" I asked. "My friend gave them to me," she lied. I felt something was wrong. But I loved her. I didn't want to believe the truth. Then last month, I found a message on her phone. It was from her ex-boyfriend, Victor. The message said, "I miss you. Meet me tomorrow." My hands shook when I read it. I put the phone back and said nothing. I decided to go on a fake business trip. I wanted to see what she would do. I told her I would be gone for 1 week. She kissed me goodbye at the door. "Come back safely," she said with a smile. But her eyes looked different. Cold. I only went to another apartment in the same building. This building is mine. I own it. I watched her from the security cameras. On the first day, she was alone. On the second day, she went shopping. On the third day, Victor came to our door. He walked in like he owned the place. He stayed for 4 hours. I watched everything on my screen. My heart was breaking. But I needed to see the full truth. So I waited. And tonight, I came home early. And I saw them together in our bedroom. I did not open the bedroom door. Not yet. I walked back to the elevator and went down to the lobby. The doorman saw me. "Good evening, Mr. Volkov," he said quietly. I nodded. "Don't tell anyone I am here," I said. He understood. I went to my office in the same building. I sat in my big chair and thought about my next step. I could throw them out right now. But I wanted more. I wanted everyone to know the truth. Marina had laughed at me with her family for years. They called me poor. They called me stupid. Now it was my turn. I called my assistant, Alexei. "Prepare everything for the party tomorrow night," I said. "Invite Marina's whole family. Invite her friends. Invite Victor too." Alexei was surprised. "Are you sure, sir?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Make it special." The next evening, Marina got ready for the party. She wore a beautiful red dress. "Who is hosting this party?" she asked me. "A rich businessman in the building," I lied. "He invited all the residents." Her eyes lit up. She loved rich people. We went up to the rooftop. It was beautiful. There were lights everywhere. Soft music played. Waiters carried glasses of champagne. Marina's family was already there. Her mother wore expensive jewelry. Her sister wore a designer dress. Victor was there too, standing in a corner. Marina walked around the party like she was a queen. She talked to Victor when she thought I wasn't looking. She touched his arm. She whispered in his ear. I watched from across the room. My heart was cold like ice. Then the music stopped. Alexei walked to the center. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said. "Our host wants to say a few words." Everyone turned to look. Marina smiled, expecting some old rich man. But I walked forward. I stood under the bright lights. Marina's smile disappeared. "What are you doing?" she whispered. "I am the host," I said loudly. "I own this building. I own this penthouse. I own everything." The crowd was silent. Marina's mother dropped her glass. It broke on the floor. "This is a joke," Marina said, laughing nervously. "Dimitri is just a worker. He drives an old car. I smiled. I took out my phone and pressed a button. A big screen appeared behind me. It showed security camera videos from the penthouse. It showed Marina and Victor kissing in our living room. It showed them together in the bedroom. It showed everything. Marina's face went white. "Turn it off," she screamed. "Turn it off." "Why?" I asked calmly. "You were not ashamed when you did it." Her mother looked at the screen and then at Marina. "What is this?" she asked. "This is your daughter," I said. "The woman who said she loved me for who I was." But she was lying. She wanted money. She wanted a rich man. Well, now she has one. She just lost him. Victor tried to leave, but 2 guards stopped him at the door. "Stay," I said. "You are part of this show." I walked to the edge of the rooftop. The city lights sparkled below. I turned back to the crowd. "For 5 years, I pretended to be poor," I said. "I wanted to find someone who loved the real me. Not my money. Not my buildings. Just me." I looked at Marina. "You failed the test, Marina. You failed it completely." Marina started to cry. "Dimitri, please. I made a mistake. I love you." "No," I said. "You loved the idea of a rich husband. You just didn't know I was already him." Her sister whispered to her mother, "He is a billionaire." Her mother looked like she was going to faint. I took off my simple gray suit jacket. Underneath, I wore a shirt that cost more than their cars. I handed the jacket to Alexei. "File the divorce papers tomorrow," I said. "Give her nothing." She signed a prenuptial agreement when she thought I was poor. She was so proud of signing it. She thought it meant nothing. Marina fell to her knees. "Please don't do this," she begged. I looked at her one last time. "Goodbye, Marina," I said. Then I walked to the private elevator. It went down to my private garage. My real cars were there. A Rolls-Royce. A Ferrari. My private jet was waiting at the airport. I drove away into the night. The city lights reflected in my eyes. I was free. I never saw Marina again. The divorce was fast. She got nothing, just like the agreement said. Her family tried to call me. They sent letters. They cried on television. But I didn't care. Victor left the city. Nobody knows where he went. Maybe he was ashamed. Maybe he was scared. It doesn't matter. I learned something important from all of this. Love is not about money or buildings or cars. Real love is when someone sees the real you and stays. Marina never saw the real me. She only saw what she wanted to see, a poor man she could control. Now I live in my penthouse alone. I sit on the terrace and look at the skyline. The city is beautiful at night. I am not sad. I am at peace. Sometimes the people we love the most hurt us the most. But that doesn't mean love is bad. It means we must choose carefully. We must watch what people do, not just what they say. I am Dmitry Volkov. I am a billionaire. But more importantly, I am a man who knows his own worth. And I will never let anyone make me feel small again.